Yeah. Right. Well, final topic then.
Right, okay, so we always go to our brethren for the third topic. What's that face you're putting? That's bizarre. So we go to our brethren via Twitter, Facebook, email, whatever. We've got a couple. We've got one from Justin French, at SuperJustin64, so we'll give him a shout out. Go at him, you can see what his
That's a good question.
was. It was, and we'll maybe do that next time.
Possibly.
You try and remind me.
We'll put it on the back burner.
Justin French.
Justin French.
Tell Dawn to have a nice time.
Does he talk in English or is he all just in French?
No, he speaks in English.
Oh, good.
So
We got a message from Asda.
yeah, it looks a bit like Asda. I don't know if it's a foreign name or short for something.
ADSTAH.
ADSTAH.
Asda. Adsta.
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 It might be Adam.
It might be Adam. The Adsta.
Adsta.
It looks like Asda. I'm not gonna lie. It don't look like Asda because the S in before the D.
No, but Adsta.
Yeah. But Asda
Yeah,
is
but
ASDA. Okay. Asda.
right. So Adsta, who is at Adsta on Twitter, which is ADSTAH.
Don't accidentally
Asda.
Asda. Unless you want to. It's good deals.
Asda price.
Yeah, that's
All
the
that.
price.
He says, he's a loyal fan. He's
is.
been a brethren.
Yes.
Do you be a brethren or you're part of the brethren?
Oh, you're part of the brethren.
He's been part of the brethren.
Yeah.
For some time. He always asks us stuff on Twitter, all stuff like that. Nice guy.
He's a good man.
He wears his glasses very.
Very low, like Anne Robinson.
Yeah, right. The Adsta says Teskio says capital punishment. Seriously, it would be interesting to hear your views.
Okay.
Thanks, Adsta.
Yeah, because we're intelligent people.
Can you tweet us like phonetically how?
Yeah,
to
I'll
say
just
your
say
name?
that because I feel like
Is right, Adsta. Is that right? I feel that's right.
Yeah, I feel like it's the Adster.
And are you actually called Adam?
Have you ever put a "the" in front of your name and called yourself the Adster?
Yeah.
How's that? Try that one. Right, so capital punishment.
Should we follow him back?
Yeah, follow him back right now, live
Doing that. Live, follow back.
in the streets.
Followed back.
Yeah. So, what's going on? What do you think? Capital punishment. What's going on with that? What's up with that?
Well, your thoughts first, because I went first for the last one.
I've always been against capital punishment. I think that I don't know how a state or a country or a government can teach the morals of not killing and murdering by doing that themselves. You know, I think that should never be the answer. Killing should never be the answer to anything. And I think that
It's a dream for some people.
what?
No.
And I think that by doing that, it's a hypocritical thing to do. You know, you can't kill, but we can. You know, like, and despite, I know there's some horrible people out there that probably shouldn't be on the planet or probably shouldn't be, you know, in the society. But I personally would rather that person still live and we keep the morals of our society, you know, correct and where it should be, as long as that person's locked away. Like, I understand it costs a lot to keep people in jail. Like, that's usually the other argument. But then money and human life should never be something that we...
Got an interesting fact.
Go on.
It costs exponentially more to put someone to death than to keep them in prison for the rest of their life.
Okay, well, there you go. There's a fact. So there's no reason, then.
That fact was conducted in 2011, I think, so it's a recent fact.
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, I've always been completely against it. I just don't get it. I just don't get why people
So over
would
you
be for it.
in England, the only way is if you fuck with the Queen or kill one of her swans or something.
Yeah. If you kill a swan.
Or if you nick a boat or something.
Yeah. There's loads of, like, loopholes. I think even...
No, I think if you rob one of her boats,
Okay.
kill a swan, which I may have got that wrong, or, like, I don't know, bomb the Queen's
Yeah.
snatch,
All right.
then I think that's frowned upon a bit.
Yeah, I think it is. So what do you
They've
think?
probably got rid of that
Yeah.
now, I feel.
I reckon they have.
Well, there's different ways to look at it about it, because do you look at it religion-based? Because pretty much every religion says that
You can't kill.
that you can't
Yeah.
kill. Like an eye for an eye sort of
Yeah.
thing is not right. Do you look at it in the fact of there are some people who shouldn't be alive?
Well, obviously there are, and especially people.
Well, no, because it's their right. If we look at actual human rights,
Yeah.
it's someone's right to be alive.
But what I'm saying is that obviously people who would kill like numerous people that have killed more people, like if someone's killed 3 people, like the balance is wrong for that person's life. Them 3 people shouldn't have died. Like that's wrong. Does that mean that we then kill that person? No, because then 4 people's died. You know what I mean? Like that person needs to be taken out of society in some way because he's dangerous. But you know, I don't think we should ever
But then,
kill.
this is getting like really, really granular with it. But is it even the murderer's fault?
Yeah,
Because everything's the
product
of an
society.
upbringing.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it because his mum fucked him up, did whatever? Which
But
is
then-
usually the case with serial killers. There's a lot
It
of
is-
like
it is the
psychological
case,
problems.
yeah.
Is it an illness that they have, a psychological problem? Like we don't treat people with depression.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? It's a medical thing.
You're right.
We don't treat them wrongly. We treat them. We don't treat them
Yeah.
wrongly. I've realised I finished.
But
that
what I'm
sentence in a
saying
really
is
weird
that-
spot.
I get that. That's true. But then the external forces of society have created this. But then the external forces of society should also be fixing this. So,
No, I'm not saying
you know
that
what I
they
mean.
should
Like,
be
so these
just
people should still be
running
punished.
wild with a machete.
No.
But what I'm saying is that I don't know what I'm saying really. But yeah. So there's a few different ways to look at it. One's financially.
Yeah.
It costs more. It costs them like 30, 40, 50 times more. The actual trial
Yeah.
to go through, and then the actual everything surrounding it costs apparently significantly more than keeping someone under threat.
I've got a point as well of if one person, like let's say you had 1,000 people put to death, if one person was put to death wrongly,
There's quite a lot of people that have been put to
Exactly.
death wrongly.
that's
Even in the last like 5, 6, 7 years, I know there's been like an alarming high percentage
Yeah.
of them that have been proved wrong, and I think there's like 150 like that have been proved wrong in recent years for like past years and stuff like that.
well,
And
that's what I'm saying. Like if one person dies wrongly because of that system, then that we've just murdered an innocent person. As a society, we've murdered an innocent person.
Is
that's-
it a deterrent? Do you think it works? as a
No,
deterrent?
because I think usually, you know, when
most
someone
murders are either
most are red
psychological
mist.
problems
Yeah.
or kinds of passion.
And
or
if you're ever in that moment where you're going to kill someone, I don't think you care too much about your life yourself at that moment. So you would be like, I'm just going to kill him. I don't care about myself. Like, if it's a red mist thing and a passion thing, I don't think it is a deterrent. Because you don't care about yourself enough to, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously don't care about your own life at that moment. Like, usually, I mean, I don't know, I've been in that, but I can only assume that you won't care about your own life in that moment. So you won't care.
you
if
only had
you
to say
kill.
that for legal reasons.
Yeah, I
'cause
did,
You're
yeah.
still on the run.
Yeah, I am still on the run.
Yeah.
So that's
Deterrent wise
Okay.
is another fact.
Go on.
I've got quite a lot of facts today.
yeah.
I'm the factual side of the
Mhm.
equation. I think as the deterrent thing
Yeah.
is that the southern parts of America,
Yeah.
I think 80% of all America's executions
Yeah.
to people who live in the south.
Yeah.
But the south of America has the highest murder rate.
Okay.
So it's
right.
not a deterrent because
No.
you know what I mean, like it's not.
I think it creates a violent society because if the government, also don't think that government should have that much power to decide who lives and dies. Like I think I don't think anyone should have that power, and I think anyone that takes on that power should be put in prison. Hence, why murderers should be put in prison. I can see people. I can see the opposite side of the argument. I always can, and I always say like, yeah, you know, if you see someone who's murdered loads of people or been like murdered like children and done like, you know, like paedophile stuff and killed children and stuff like
Done paedophile stuff.
yeah, done paedophile.
You've
stuff.
done paedophile stuff.
Yeah, like your instinct is to be like, oh, I wish, you know, I really want to kill that person. Like your instinct is like, I hate that person. I wish they were dead. Like,
It's like if you're on the side of like if Layla, someone had like raped and murdered Layla or something.
Exactly,
like,
your
even
own
just
child.
saying that sentence like
yeah,
gets me thingy.
you'd want them dead.
Well,
Your very first thing. If you was
Yeah.
there and you saw that person in that moment, you would want to kill them.
oh yeah, they'd be fucked up.
That's why I'd be
They'd
snapped
boom,
up.
boom, boom. They'd be all snapped up. Fucking yeah, yeah.
You Abraham Lincoln them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd fucking all the presidents them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'd fucking bush them.
Yeah.
I'd fucking start
Bush 'em.
a full fucking
Yeah, yeah.
2 wars, 3
Yeah, yeah.
wars. I'd fucking start all the wars right in his fucking face.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Boom, boom, boom,
And
boom, eyes out.
it's all. It goes back to our kind of like predatory like
Instincts, yeah, it's fight or flight. But that again would be me being in the wrong and heat of the moment stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
And in that
It's an
moment,
eye
you
for an
won't
eye
care
as
about
well.
your own life.
no, I won't. No.
You won't care whether you be
But-
killed or not. You won't care about the consequences.
But like me as a human being, as a sort of semi-well-adjusted human being, doesn't feel like anybody should take anybody else's life.
No,
that's
I don't
like
th- I-
it's terrible. I mean,
yeah.
I don't even eat fucking meat.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
so like an animal's life is like so it's like I think like yeah like I don't think anyone should ever take anyone's life
No.
and everything like that, but at the same time there is a problem if someone's fucked up and is fucking people up, but if they're incarcerated, like
And people's problem
they're out
with
of
that is-
they're out of that gene
and
pool.
people say, yeah, but I'm paying into the tax system for this person to eat and live. And I know, like, you're
yeah, but
saying,
it's more.
No, I know
the
you're
whole
saying
thing
that,
is
but
like
then-
you know it costs significantly more to keep them dead.
Yeah.
to put them to death than
Yeah.
thinking. Why do instead of putting them to death, you've got millions left over. Say, why not put that into a good thing like counselling
Yeah.
for the family, for the people who've lost
Yeah.
their
that's
loved
true.
one? Put it into like. You know what I mean? Like, like something to do with them issues, like rape issues or like whatever's happened. Like, donate that money to that family or to
Yeah.
thingy in like a positive way, like to get them through this tragic, horrible, like
Yeah.
awful thing that's happened in their life.
I can't imagine anything worse than someone else taking the life of someone who's close to me. And
So, like, if they could pay for, like I say, some sort of counselling or
Yeah.
some sort of the funeral cost, you know, like everything, like to just put like as much as positive spin as possible.
yeah.
Like this is what should be happening all the time. Like, but we should
Yes, yeah.
always be trying to make people's lives happier and nicer and everything like that,
Well-
instead of the opposite. Instead of just caring about money, they're like, right, if we ain't got in, we've got millions. What can we spend it on? We can spend it on whatever. Whereas it's like redistribute that to kind of cure as much as possible the sort of distraught and hate and everything that's
That's
within
the
that.
problem. Yeah, it's the roots behind it. It's the roots behind what is causing this to happen, as opposed to just punishing the people when it does happen. Going right with that person, we need to kill him. Like, can we just go back
It's
to
like, why did they
to
do
why, and then can we stop why from happening in the future? You know, and like one thing that I nearly did, which is
Is murder-
I still might be
murder.
doing, was murder a child. No, is I was going to be teaching drama in prisons to people who have a life sentence, to people who are literally like, you know, murderers and rapists.
It's a long sentence. Need some full stops.
Yeah.
Boom! Punctuation burn.
So yes, I was nearly going to be teaching drama to them, and kind of a lot of people are like, why would you want to do that? Like, do you think these people deserve it and stuff like that? I was like, well, at the end of the day, like, going in there and doing that kind of activity with them and getting them to kind of express themselves a little bit, because I said drama is about expression and stuff, might educate people as to why they did it. You know, if they can kind of express their feelings through some form of drama, you can study these people and say, that's the problem. You know, that's what they're focusing all their kind of hatred towards this point, or their, you know, there seems to be this.
A lot of things are products of society. Like,
Exactly.
Like the everyone feels like oppressed, and you know what I mean. Like there is this sort of like thing, and like people are like pressured to do stuff and like have money and do this and do that and build this life and do this. There's so many things like that are causing. That's why people drink, why people go to
Yeah.
drugs. It's all sort of like social.
And don't you think that art is a good way to express that, express these problems, and
There'd be
looking
some dark.
there would be, yeah.
Dark, you know, if you were doing like improv,
Yeah.
that'd be dark as
I did, yeah, I know. Improv would be really dark. Like, I just found it funny that you get like, you know, like Romeo and Juliet, and like Romeo's bald with tats and he's like massive, but
Well, Juliet
is also bald with tats but in a dress, but yeah, like if you could study these people, you know, doing some form of art, whether it be drama or it's some kind of painting or something, like if you study these people doing that and
Outsider
looking at
art.
outsider art, yeah, exactly, outsider art, and looking at that and going, okay, this is where they're this is why they're angry at Sai, or this is what they feel they've been done, you know, how the world's done wrong by them. Like, and you can look at that and see any kind of correlation between how these people act and how these people use art.
Everyone has a talent. Everyone has got a nice side. Everyone's got something in them to give the world.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that. And some people are pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't think...
But killing them makes the rest of it most fucked up as well.
Right, here's one thing I want to last touch on before we
call it a night.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day.
Mid-brang smack. It's 11 a.m.
Yeah. Go on.
Let's call it a night. Is the last meal thing.
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's weird, isn't it? It is weird because
as far as I'm aware, within reason, they
Yeah.
will get you anything
Yeah.
that you ask for. If you want a Big Mac but with Burger King fries,
Yeah.
then they'll go to both them joints, get you them. As far as I'm aware, they will it's. I assume it's an American tradition because it's always in American movies it's like on Prison Break and everything like that.
Blueberry pancakes.
Yeah, exactly. For LJ, CJ,
Yeah.
LJ.
LJ. Yeah, it's Lincoln Jr.
Oh yeah. LJ. Yeah. So it's like within reason they'll get you pretty much whatever.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird because there's no food that I won't be like, I'm going to die
No, not
tomorrow.
even that.
But I quite fancy a
It's-
kebab.
I know it's sort of like a
Respect.
no. It's that the morning of,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and it's like it's not that. It's like
No one's eat kebab in the morning.
oh, I know we're gonna like take away the most important thing ever, which is your human life.
Yeah.
But do you want a Snickers? What?
See, I was reading, there's an interesting article actually of some of the worst people in the world. Like, they've been put on death row doing like some of the worst case like serial killers and stuff, and what they had for their last meal, and it was really weird to read. A lot of people say nothing. A lot of people are like, I don't want anything. Just get on with it.
Well,
Like,
it's
what
because
I'm
like
I don't
killing
need
that
food.
person,
I'm going to be dead today, so it's not like I need the energy.
It feels like it's supposed to be like this sign of like, what is it? Not
Humanity?
respect, but sign of humanity, and like the kind of last wish on this thing. And have you got any last words or whatever like that? It's like. Really? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It seems
feels a
weird.
bit like
if you're going to be that
Do you think it sounds like
tyrannical,
you're mocking the person?
sort
a
of, it's
little
like
bit?
if you're going to be that tyrannical and take a life,
Yeah.
like they do in some dreadful like countries, like not the countries dreadful. There's some like horrific, inhumane things that happens in certain countries. If you're going down to their sort of like level of like inhumanity, like complete against human everything, just don't. They don't want like a beetroot flan.
Yeah, that's true. You get like a real big meal that'd take ages, wouldn't you?
Yeah, what do you want? A fucking medieval banquet.
Yeah.
And what I want you to do is develop a time machine, go back to 1403, and get us the biggest fucking ham sandwich you can find.
It's just like mental.
I'll have a Subway footlong. Yeah,
it's a really
fucking
weird.
footlong.
It's a really weird tradition. I think that I don't
I
understand.
don't understand it either.
Yeah. So that's our opinion of capital punishment.
I'm sure we've really pissed a lot of people off.
You know what though? It's one of them things though that it's an opinion thing. Like, and
I don't care.
the opposite side of the argument, like, fair enough, they've got their own reasons for believing in that. That doesn't something. If someone that I listened to or watched had a different opinion to mine, it wouldn't stop me from, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't get angry at them. I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. That's
Our
not
good
right.
friend Colin Moriarty,
Yeah.
who came on this show,
Yeah.
episode 100.
Mm-hmm.
Great man. Go check out Kind of Funny.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Kind of funny, yeah.
He's got the opposing opinion,
Yeah, he believes in capital punishment,
which is fine.
which is fine. Yeah.
When people go on the internet and like, fuck you think this, you think that. Yeah, I do think that. And that is my opinion. So
How does that affect?
I'm not wrong. If someone says,
Exactly,
"Oh, your opinion is wrong," no, my opinion is right to me because
Yeah.
as a human being, I'm allowed that opinion.
I like the fact that they're like, oh, you believe in capital punishment? Fuck you. We're not going to listen to you talk about Super Mario Bros. 2 anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just not linked.
But it's like I don't care. Like I can't remember what I said. I'd mentioned that was talking about capital punishment. Someone they were like, "Oh, go careful." Nah,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about my feelings. This is what this show is about. This show is about our feelings. It's not even about Nintendo. It's not about
And this is something,
capital punishment. It's not about anything. It's about this relationship we've built with our audience, which is a relationship because they know everything about our thing, because we talk candidly about these things. Like if someone says, "What are your thoughts on capital punishment?" You're getting my thoughts on capital punishment.
Yeah,
you're not getting a watered down.
And it's not like we came on and was like,
cake.
right, we need to talk about capital punishment. It's something that someone else is interested in hearing us talk about.
Yeah, but even if I'd have brought it up, like, it's because that's what I want to talk about. So I'm going to talk about that. This is our thing. You can't tell us we're wrong on our own thing.
Like they were saying it like people are already telling us we're wrong. Maybe
no, I'm just preempting.
I think
preempting it.
I think most people are of the same opinion. I think there's a very I think it's percentage-wise, I think there's a higher percentage of people that are against capital punishment than are for capital punishment.
I also don't know.
But yeah, I mean,
but I also know there's a high percentage of people on the internet who are just pissed off because they're on the internet and they like to be pissed off.
But you know what else there's a high percentage of people doing?
Joining the Cooper Club.
Going to our shop, going on the Cooper Club. So, Cooper Club, if you want to see
We've now got
more
this
of us,
Majora,
the
Majora t-shirt that accompanies this beautiful pillow. We're now doing black because of a request of one of our brethren.
Yeah.
Who said, we sound like we're starting a cult now.
We
calling
do,
them brethren. Yeah. But he'd, one of the Cooper Troopers, who'd said, he loves the shirt, he loves the design, but can we do it in black? So I was like, yeah, I'll do you a special one-off one. I did it, and I thought, you know what, this guy may be onto something.
It looks cool.
So I put it on the store. I didn't even really advertise it was on. We're still 10 in the first day, the black one. So black one's on there if you want.
So get on it. There is some cool t-shirts on there. People seem to be going mad for them at the minute. It seems to be, people are really enjoying them, and good, because that's why we make them. We don't really make them because we're like, ooh, great, we're selling stuff. It's because it's great to see. Yeah, obviously we have to a little bit, but it's good to see people interested in what we do and buying our merchandise and wearing our merchandise. That's so cool. Like
if you want to see the t-shirt, the Majora's Mask one, check out Kind of Funny, Colin, our good friend.
Yeah, he's wearing one.
He's wearing one.
On one of his Twitch TV things.
Yeah.
So that's everything.
That's it.
That's it. That's all 3 topics.
Wrapped up and snapped up.
Snapped up. In the streets.